here. We are back with another video. Today we are doing our session of the midweek connection. So guys, remember to like, share, comment and subscribe on our YouTube channel so that we get motivated, and also suggest like topics there in the comment section, so that what would you guys like us to look at, maybe a certain topic based on technical analysis, or a certain topic based on the market as a whole. So guys, remember to like, share, comment and subscribe, and also remember that these videos are mainly for educational purposes, not trading or investment advice. So small Dlamini, Global GT and Stocks for Hope will not be liable for any profits or losses that are made from the information taken from this video. So guys, on the menu here today, we're going to talk about there's going to be some midterm elections that are coming out from the US side. So in a couple of weeks time, on the 8th of November, there's going to be some midterm primary elections happening there stateside. So remember that the Democrats control the White House, the Senate, and also the House of Representatives. So if they lose seats there in the Senate, if they lose seats there in the House of Representatives, there might be some power clashes down there in the US. So if we move forward, we did see that yesterday the UK has gotten another prime minister, a person of color for the first time ever in the United Kingdom, a person of color, an Asian person, is now the new prime minister of the UK. So that man is Rishi Sunak. So he's of Indian descent, but he is a UK citizen. So they had actually boosted the British pound overnight, or let me just say it boosted the British pound on yesterday's session, from the London session up until the New York session. So another developing story that happened overnight was like China. China sold its dollars. The State Bank of China ordered all its state entities, all its state banks to sell its US dollars, so they can boost their Chinese currency, the Chinese yuan. So they actually made as well the dollar to actually pull off from the highs there. So if we look at the charts there, we can just see here that the US dollar actually pulled back aggressively from yesterday's session up until as in now, since we are recording this video. So if we look at the Chinese yuan itself, what actually happened there was, so it's USD CNH. So the Chinese yuan has been weakening for the past couple of months, has been weakening aggressively for the past couple of months. So the Chinese central bank actually ordered its other state banks or state entities to sell their Chinese yuan, so then they can to save to sell their dollars, so that they can save their Chinese yuan, which is their onshore currency, if I'm not mistaken. So if you look at the chart here of the Chinese yuan, we would see that it moved aggressively overnight and pulling back lower. USD CNH, the Chinese yuan actually became stronger overnight, as you can see here what actually happened. So they sold from in the overnight session, and then starting off up until this morning. So if you look at the dollar index itself, which is DXY, if you look at the dollar index itself, we would see that there was some strong aggressive move for the dollar going down forward, and also the news that came out from the UK also added to the US dollar actually weakening, because the other currencies like from the euro, the GBP, the Swiss franc actually benefited when the new prime minister was announced there in the UK, and also when he made his first speech yesterday. So he did spoke about a lot of things. He spoke about their current energy crisis. He also spoke about the war in Ukraine and Putin. So yes, he did speak about a lot of things, because this man has been in government. I think he was chancellor or something like that, but this man has been in government for some time, so he actually knows what is going on there in the UK. So if you look at the US dollar, you see that the dollar is being beaten aggressively this week. I think on our previous video we said this, maybe the dollar will recover when it comes to this level that was right here, but what actually happened, it didn't recover. So we might actually see some more dollar weakness maybe coming to this level that is right here. So some dollar weakness, maybe you can see it maybe coming to this level right here, and then maybe if we see we might see in another bounce the US dollar resuming it upward momentum that it was doing. So what's actually on the menu here today, we're going to look at the the S&P, and then we look at euro dollar, GBP USD, and then on the South African side it's USDZAR, PPC, People Group, MERAFE, and then going to close off with ALPHAMIN. So we're not going to check out the bond yields as yet, because like if we have already spoken about the dollar, there's just really no need that much to actually speak about bond yields. So if we look at Bitcoin itself, BTC USD, because usually we start with Bitcoin and then we move from there, and then we go to the US dollar. But since there was this story that happened overnight with China and stuff, so it actually made sense to actually talk about the US dollar first before actually looking at other products here. So Bitcoin here is actually back above 20,000, and this level has been a major support level for Bitcoin. It tried to break below a couple of times, but it actually started to trade higher again. So yesterday Bitcoin, I think it was up almost about 6% there. So the market was actually happy there with Bitcoin as well. So if possibly happen, I'm not saying this will happen, but if possibly, maybe if this level actually holds, and we might see maybe Bitcoin trading to 26,000 level, even maybe an extension higher to 30 to 31,000 dollars there hanging. So if this structure actually holds, we might actually see that. And also if the dollar will still go down and weakens, and we might actually see BTC moving higher. And then also if the Nasdaq 100 itself maybe tries to form some bullish momentum, maybe we might see and have a chance here on Bitcoin moving higher. But if we look at the Nasdaq 100, what actually happened overnight was that I think Microsoft they beat their earnings, but on the other hand Alphabet, which is Google, they didn't make it as far. So they actually made the futures to trade lower overnight, because like the market closed, the actual index yesterday closed positive, but now after hours Microsoft in Alphabet actually reported their earnings, but Microsoft was positive, but Google wasn't pretty much in a positive state there. So they'd actually made the Nasdaq to start to trade lower on the overnight session. So if that actually happens, that when the US session starts, that Google actually weighs a little more heavier on the Nasdaq, we might actually see maybe today having a negative session there on the US side because of Alphabet there, which is Google. So the structure here, it is showing us that that yes, the market actually bounced off this wedge pattern that is right here. So there's this wedge that is actually right here, that is being formed right here. So if this is true, yes, then we might see the Nasdaq actually selling off on today's session or even tomorrow and the next day. But if maybe that data doesn't weigh much on the Nasdaq, maybe we might actually see maybe the Nasdaq trading above the 11,677 level there. So if we look at the SPX, so the actual dollar weakness is actually helping the market to actually regain its strength, because like we've seen like some serious sell-offs there on the markets. So if we look at the SPX, so this is the futures chart, we are seeing that there is this structure that is right here. There is this structure that is right here. Let me remove this. So there is this structure that is right here. We are seeing right here. Maybe if the market holds its current bullish stance, maybe we might see the SPX maybe trading above the 3828 level, maybe moving to the 3900 level, even as high as the 4000 level. Maybe that's the highest it can actually go. It's the highest it can actually go to the 4000 level. But bear in mind that there is the primary election that is coming up, and also there is those negative Google earnings that actually came out. So it's just, I'm just giving you guys both sides of the coin. On the Nasdaq side, I showed a bearish scenario, but on the S&P 500, I'm showing a bullish scenario, because these indices, they actually coexist. They actually move together in the same direction. It has never happened as you see the Nasdaq is negative and then the S&P is positive. But I just gave two scenarios here, both with the Nasdaq and the S&P, that maybe we might see the S&P trading back to the 4,000 handle right there. So if we look at euro dollar, I'm just going to open a clean euro dollar chart. Why? Because we have seen like euro dollar trading below its parity level, and it is still trading below the parity level, but just a couple of pips away below the $1 that is equal to €1 mark. What I'm seeing right here now is that there's this Adam and Eve pattern that is right here. So if you know technical analysis, and maybe if you've been following me for a while, there's a pattern that I have spoken about that is called the Adam and Eve pattern. So I'm seeing this pattern here on the 4-hour chart. It is here on the H4 chart. So if actually this pattern holds, if this pattern holds with the current state and with the US dollar itself, we might actually see a breakout of the $1 mark here. Maybe euro dollar will start maybe trading above the parity level. Maybe it can go to a 1.0300 there. So that's the straight, that is a straight 300 pip move right there. So in current times, seeing euro dollar moving 100 pips, it's something that hasn't been happening, but now we've seen euro dollar moving 100 pips in a single day, and even euro GBP, the slowest pair ever, but we've seen euro GBP moving 120, 160 pips in a single day. And even the story of GBPUSD is even worse. A 300 pip move on a single day, it moves like an index. So yeah, this is the current state of EURUSD. An Adam and Eve pattern that is right here. So this is the Adam part, which is the V part, and then the one this is like a semicircle, it is the Eve pattern. So if this level right here, the red zone right here, it breaks, we might see euro dollar trading above the parity level, which is $1 is equals to €1. So if the structure breaks, we might see euro dollar trading above. So the story of GBPUSD, I'm gonna open a clean chart here as well. So GBPUSD, by looking at the structure right here, so there is this level that is right here at the top. So this was actually a previous support level. You see the market bounce off this level, and then it broke below the level, and it came back here for the first time, and then it pulled away, and then now we are actually seeing GBPUSD trading above this level that is right there. And maybe what we are seeing is that we might see even cable as well from the news that came out yesterday. We might see GBPUSD trading back to the 1.200 level right here. So this is just a simple concept here on technical analysis, because I think the structure is even similar as what we saw there on EURUSD. So maybe if it doesn't break right now, it can come back to this level right here, and then maybe this would be a pullback to this level right here, and then the market would break out, go to that 1.200 level there on GBPUSD. So this is just something like this. Yeah, so this was a previous higher gain, so the market might actually get a barrier from this level, and then before it starts to move higher. So let us look at our very own USDZAR. So on USDZAR, tomorrow the 27th, there will be the midterm budget speech here in South Africa. So the Minister Enoch Godwane is going to be delivering the midterm budget speech. So there's just what I'm thinking is that we will see or hear a lot of surprises there on the mid budget speech, because I think I saw somewhere that petrol again is going to go higher, and also I think there's just a lot of surprises that we might expect there on that budget speech tomorrow. Remember, it is the midterm one, so it's not the full term one, but it is the midterm. So the story of USDZAR, since the dollar is pulling back, we are seeing USDZAR pulling back from that 18,000, sorry, from that 18 rand 50 level, and now we are still tapped in above the 18 rand level. So maybe if we get some positive news from the minister, maybe we might see USDZAR trading to 17 rand 80, even as low as 17 rand 60. But remember that we do not control this show. If the dollar stands, as we said earlier on, that the US dollar keeps going lower and China still sells its dollars, yes, you might see some positive move there on USDZAR. But yeah, the structure here is telling us that yes, there's just two bearish candles here. 17 rand 80 is on the cards, even as low as 17 rand 60 there on USDZAR. So if you look at some JSE stocks there, let us look at PPC. So PPC has been moving lower. But maybe I could be wrong, but I'm just seeing that right here it is a high liquidity zone right here. Maybe the market might find some buyers at this level right here at the just below the 198 level. So we might see, maybe let's say 195 or 180, we might see PPC finding some buyers here, and then maybe it can move back to 427, even the previous high, which was the 638 level. So if you look at PPE now, which is Purple Group, PPE, because PPC, it's the cement and construction company. So PPE, the owners of is equities, what's this other broker? I've forgotten the other broker. Oh, Ibani GT247, yes. So it is, and another one, Empiria Capital, if I'm not mistaken. So, but they own a lot of financial institutions. They are under the People Group. So PPE as well. I think this move right here was driven by hype, but now the market needs to find the real value of the stock. It needs to find the real value of the stock itself, because I think here again it's the 1 rand 50 level, 1 rand 59. PPE might find some value itself. So another one is MERAFE. So the story of MERAFE, maybe it is affected by the strike there at Transnet, because I think they deal with also exporting their resources, which is mainly coal. So I think the strike that is happening there at Transnet, it is all affecting MERAFE resources. So that's why maybe we have been seeing this downwards move. But I'm still confident that here at 120, MERAFE is finding some value, maybe to move higher to 158, even as 213 there a share. So the last one that we need to look at is ALPHAMIN. So ALPHAMIN itself is a resources company. Almost a similar story like MERAFE right there. Why am I saying a similar story? Because when I look at these charts, you see, I think it got listed around March in 2020. Sorry, March. Oh, it was February in 2018. But this company hasn't been trading that much until it started to jump right here, and then it made this aggressive move going higher. So ever since then, the volume on the stock has increased. So what I'm seeing that it's trading back to the level where it started to gain some momentum. Maybe since it is trading here, maybe some buyers or some value might kick in again, and maybe ALPHAMIN will go higher again. But that is solely based on whether if they will report some positive earnings as well, and also if they strike there at Transnet, we might see many companies coming back higher. So guys, that is just pretty much about it for today. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And if you want to open a new live account, you can just go down to this link. Sorry, to this video, there is a link there to open a live account with Global GT. So guys, it's pretty much about it for me for this week. So remember that these videos are mainly for educational purposes and not trading or investment advice. So people, they cannot trade money, they cannot afford to lose. So thank you, Ngiyabonga, Absheni. I'll see you on the next video.